Hey guys, Wise Gamer here, bringing you another indie game review. This time we're looking at Tharsis, a brand new game that a lot of people have been talking about. Came out on Steam from Choice Provisions. That's actually a break off of Gaijin, the people that came up with Bit Trip Runner. I actually did some Bit Trip Runner games quite a while back on my channel, a year or so ago now. But yeah, so Bit Trip Runner team basically came out with Tharsis, and man, this is another game that'll induce a lot of rage. So definitely stick around. It's a fun game, but just a little bit rage inducing as well. If you like the video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, I do reviews 3 times a week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into the game. So basically what Tharsis is a game where the theme is you're on a mission basically trying to get to Mars. You're in a spaceship out in space, obviously, and it's like a Yahtzee space game that has a whole bunch of luck and chance involved with it, which is why it can be rage-inducing up to a point, but surprisingly has some skill and strategy involved, and if you play it long enough to get past the consistent raging, and you'll see here that I have lost 5 times, and I've never won a single time out of 5 playing on normal mode. If you can get past that and the frustration of that, then you will actually enjoy yourself and play the game and have a really good time and stuff like that too. So there's definitely some strategy involved. I've yet to win a game. While recording this footage, I lost my 6th match. You'll see at the end of this that everyone dies. So the whole idea is that every turn basically you have these events that happen. And as a little intro sequence played and stuff too, basically they say, so we were prepared for any type of disaster, however, we couldn't handle all of them at once. So like right away, meteor comes, kills a couple crew members, so you're down to like your 4 or 5 people that you pick from. There's a whole bunch of different classes that you can have. Or 4 different people, excuse me. There's like other classes you can unlock and characters you can unlock later. I'm nowhere near anything. Like one of them's like, oh, if you win a match, if you make it to Mars, then you can unlock that character. And I'm like, oh great, I've never done that. So we'll see what happens. But basically, as you go through, these characters have like special abilities, and then like the modules of your ship have different abilities, and this event happens. So you go into the module with a crew member, you roll dice, and you try to beat the events. The event might be like 20 points, and you have to get dice that add up to 20. You might have 1 dice, you might have all the way up to like 5, 6 dice. It's just a matter of kind of getting more than one person involved. Sometimes you need multiple crew members. And really, the way it is right now, even on normal difficulty, there's normal and hard currently, it is extremely difficult. I mean, there's a lot of strategy involved. It's like, if you move a crew member into the module later, then you might actually benefit more because like one of them is a doctor, for example. He can heal everyone in the crew module, but once you finish using that character, you're done. So if you have like all your characters in there and you put your doctor in first, then your other characters are hurt and you bring them in later to try to help out in that same module, then that doctor won't be able to heal them anymore. So it's kind of like trying to figure out what the benefit is of having them in the same module. The modules itself can like produce food, which give you more dice, can produce assist points, which are like things that help you against these like void statuses that like destroy your dice, or like these injury things that actually kill your people off and hurt them over time. And the events will actually hurt your people too, so it's like everything's against you, all the odds are against you. Your shift helps up in the top left, so you get those little white ticks up there, and the red ticks are basically impeding damage, so any current event that's going to cause damage will cause like 1, 2, 3 ticks, they all add up together, and you need your ship to survive till 10 weeks, which is 10 turns, which is hard as hell to do. Very, very high steep learning curve on here, and you need at least 1 crew member to survive too, not all of them, just 1 of them. As people die and stuff too, and like the initial 2 people died, basically you can't produce food unless you go to the food module and make more food, which takes dice to do that also. And you can actually like resort to cannibalism. There's actually a character I believe you can unlock for cannibalism, which is pretty crazy too, and I think there's achievements for Steam and everything too. But basically cannibalism does stuff like stresses out your characters more, and stress plays a role into it. You have to manage your health. It's like a strategy Yahtzee sci-fi game. Crazy thing, and I've been talking for like 4 minutes and I haven't even talked about too much else yet, so let's get into the other parts of it too. Visually, the game's beautiful. I love the artwork, I love the models, I love the little cutscenes and cinematics they play in between. I think they did a great job of everything. It's not too minimalistic for a game that doesn't really require too much going on, but it actually works out really well. If you actually did cannibalism at some point, like your dice turn out like this red, meaty, fleshy type dice, it's really cool. Artwork and stuff like that, like I said, overall it's really good. I think that they did a great job with everything in the game as far as that goes, and I really kind of like that whole play and everything too. I think it just kind of adds to the ambiance of being out in space. As far as the audio and sound, I mean, dice rolls, they sound good and everything like that. The music and the theme is kind of strange. Like they have really good audio cues, but the story that plays in the cinematics is the same every single time currently, so that's a little weird. The music's really good. It's a nice soundtrack. However, it's a little faint. You don't hear it too often, and when you do, it doesn't necessarily play into the theme of the game, I don't think. It's just a really good track. So it's kind of interesting how that plays out too, and you'll probably notice it if you hear it, or if you pick up the game too. Replayability wise though, I really think the game does obviously have replayability. It's basically playing a board game in a game, but more involved than that. Like I said, if you can like handle the stress of or the rage-inducing moments, I guess, if you're that type of gamer that you don't mind doing things like that, then you'll be fine. You'll have a whole bunch of replayability. You're going to want to unlock the other characters, get the achievements, stuff like that. There's like a stats and leaderboard. People have been streaming it. One guy has won like 8 matches in a row, and I hate him because I don't know how he did it. The developer stream, they do Q&A sessions, stuff like that too. So it's a lot of fun to like get other people involved and joining you. There's no time limit on the turns. You can take as much time as you want. So it's kind of nice that you can kind of just really sit and strategize and figure out what's going to work best for you. And then the game's random. Like the events are random. The dice rolls obviously are random. Your crew members' starting stats, their abilities are always the same, but the stats are actually random too. I noticed like sometimes I start with 1 die on a crew member. Sometimes I start with 5. It's really, really weird. And really, like, the only thing that I'd say is the biggest drawback is just the learning curve. The tutorial needs a lot of work. It's not too bad. In-game, there's actually a link that says watch tutorial, and if you hit that, you can watch a YouTube video where they go a little bit more in depth than the actual in-game tutorial does. I wish there was more in depth on the in-game tutorial, or like a ramping up of how difficult it was, because I felt like the tutorial just kind of dumped you right into a game. And basically just had like tutorial balloons that would pop up saying, hey, this is what this does, good luck. And it was a little frustrating, but after watching a little bit more gameplay online, reading more about the game, and then like really taking my time to read the different tooltips and stuff like that, I found out that there's actually a lot more involved in the game. So there's things, like I said, like each module you can produce food and stuff, which I didn't realize how to produce food exactly. I wasn't sure exactly how that worked. There's modules that give you more assist points, which will keep you away from like the Stasis effects and stuff like that too. And then there's things that'll keep you from like voiding cubes. There's like research points in the bottom left, so you can actually use those to kind of save you in a tight position. Like I said, the crew abilities, stuff like that too. So there's a lot to learn about the game, but because of that high learning curve, definitely takes a lot of patience. So that's definitely a huge drawback for me, being someone that likes to jump into games, jump out, not have to worry about putting too much time into it necessarily if I don't want to. The matches are real quick once you understand the game because you die so fast, or you'll finish it so fast. But really, like I said, overall though, that's kind of a drawback to me. Once you get into the game, it's going to be amazing, but it's just like anything else, those types of games that take a lot of time because of the strategy involved. Overall, I mean, I really do like this game. I was talking to my roommate about it, and I remember telling him, like, it's so rage-inducing. Like, he told me about the game originally, and I was saying that, you know, it looks really great and everything. It's kind of an interesting idea of a strategy Yahtzee game, basically, or a strategy game, strategy board, dice game type thing, but in a, you know, digital environment type thing that isn't just porting Monopoly over, that type of thing, right? So it was really interesting gameplay. It's very unique. Overall, I really do think that I'd still recommend it to people, as long as they have that disclaimer of it's got a high learning curve, put the time in, learn everything, you're going to enjoy it after that. Hopefully someday I'll be able to beat a level. If I do, maybe I'll do an update video or something like that too, but as of right now, I'm not able to. As always though, guys, I'll always have links down in the description below if you want to check it out on Steam, support the developers there. I'll have links to their Twitter feed and the website as well, so you can check out all of that. Make sure you check out my other video reviews, guys. I do them all the time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every week, and they upload about 3 p.m. Mountain Time, so that's 2 Pacific. That would be 5 o'clock Eastern. So let me know what you guys think down below, though. If you guys want me to play some of this game or anything like that, let me know too. It's just very rage-inducing too, like I said. Otherwise, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.